Hello, and welcome to Listen, Speak and Learn Conversations. I'm your host, Michael Richardson, founder and creator of Listen, Speak and Learn, which is part of the cultural group, CIC. Join me as I scour the United Kingdom, inquiring and asking the public about language, cultural identity, cultural awareness, and its place in today's modern diaspora communities. Hello, and welcome to the first in a series of Listen, Speak and Learn Conversations. For years, I've been intrigued as to why so few second and third generations born in the United Kingdom speak or understand their mother tongue. I wanted to interview and speak with members of the public to find out their thoughts and opinions as to why they speak or why they don't speak their native tongue. Some of the issues or circumstances that make it either tough to do so or make people unable to speak their language. What they gain when they can and what they miss when they don't. Also finding out whether the importance of language plays a part in your cultural identity. And what does your cultural identity do for you if or when you plan to go back home? Whether on holiday, temporarily, or longer term. So, as I travel the country, I'll ask people varying questions just to gauge their thoughts and opinions. As of now, there's no right answer to many of the questions, but it's really just to engage people and to get into their thought process as to why they teach or don't teach their children about their culture and identity. Is there something we're missing if we throw the baby out with the bathwater? What is lost if you don't teach your children your culture or your language? What do you gain through not teaching them? All these questions are put out to members of the public, of people of different ages and different backgrounds, just to see and understand what they think or feel about their culture and their heritage. Well, join me. This is the first in a series. Once it's all said and done, leave your comments on this page or write in if you have any questions you'd like me to pose to members of the public. Okay, so question number one. Do you identify Africa as your motherland?
Yeah, I do identify Africa as my motherland. I was born in Ghana, lived there for 13 years before I travelled up here. So I think, yeah, I do really identify myself as, Africa being my motherland, yeah.
Okay. So I take it you have a native tongue which you speak?
Yes, I do. I speak Tree.
You speak Tree?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Do you know much about Tree, or say roughly how many people speak the language across the country?
Oh, I think almost 90% of everyone living in Ghana speaks Tree, though we have different dialects, but that's the main language that we speak. So quite a lot of people speak it, and I speak it very fluent because, as I said, I lived there for 13 years, so I can hold an hour conversation without speaking English.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yes.
Cool. So do all your immediate family members speak your native language?
Yes, everyone, even including my brothers who were born here, they're very fluent in it.
Okay.
So we do speak it at home. We don't speak English at home. I speak with everyone using Tree. We don't speak English. So.
Oh, good. Do you have any children?
I don't have children on my own, but I do have an adopted son.
An adopted son?
Yeah,
okay.
who's 1 year old.
Yeah.
We adopted him when we went back home the last time, and we went into the, because my grandma's friend lives in the orphanage home in Kumasi. So we went over to visit, and then we met. And I actually saw one child who was very adorable. It's a boy. And I decided I wanted to look after him. So he's living with my grandma at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like a sort of a mom.
A second mom.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you have children in the future, would you teach your children to speak your mother tongue?
100%, yes.
And why?
Because I think, I can give you an example. My brothers were born here, as I said. When you're on the bus and you want to tell them something that you don't want anyone to hear, I just switch to tree and no one understands. So I think it's good for them to also know where they come from as well. It's not just about where they live. It's about them identifying who they are, their roots. And that's, I think, the language is actually a powerful tool for them identifying who they are, and then, where their parents come from, where their great-grandmothers and their, heritage.
Ancestors.
Really. Yeah. So.
Okay. So if you were, a hypothetical question, if you were teaching your future children or your adopted son how to speak Tree, how would you go about doing so?
I'll speak to them from the beginning. When you conceive, that's the best time to teach a child a language. You speak to them even though when they are not born. When they are born, you still speak the language with them. And I would want to attend a church which they speak Tree as well. I wouldn't want to take them to an English speaking, because definitely they're going to speak the language, they're going to speak English. This is UK, for it's England, it's London. Anywhere you are, you can pick up that language over there. But then for your language, you just have to speak it with them. Encourage others around to speak the language with them. And I think that's the main thing, is about speaking the language with them, actually. That's what makes them speak the language.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed listening to today's interview. Please tune in to the next episode of Listen, Speak and Learn Conversations. I'm your host, Michael Richardson, signing off.